They called them haulers. Slow, boxy, unarmed. The galaxy's cosmic equivalent of a delivery truck. Human freighters. Easy targets, ripe for the picking. The Cathar hegemony built an empire on preying on the weak, and human cargo ships were the weakest link they knew. They were wrong. So incredibly, spectacularly wrong. Humanity didn't just build freighters, they built solutions. And sometimes, the solution to piracy wasn't bigger guns on a warship. It was turning the target itself into the weapon. The Stardust Drifter was just another speck on the sensor net, loaded with processed minerals, charting a standard trade route through the outer rim. 3 Cathar raiders decloaked, their energy cannons already cycling. A standard shakedown. Take the cargo, scrap the hull, leave no witnesses. Their lead ship, the Void Ripper, hailed. Standard bluster, demanding surrender, threatening immediate destruction. They expected silence, maybe a plea for mercy. What they got was a data packet, a single encrypted file. The file unlocked, displaying schematics, not of a freighter's cargo hold, but of reinforced bulkheads, hidden thruster arrays, and something the Cathar couldn't immediately identify. It looked like industrial equipment, mining lasers repurposed, cargo loaders modified. Confusion rippled through the Cathar command channels. This wasn't standard. This wasn't anything standard. The human voice that responded wasn't pleading. It was calm, almost bored. This is Captain Eva Rostova of the Stardust Drifter. You have initiated hostile action against a registered human vessel. Be advised, freight operations are now suspended. Combat protocols are active. The Stardust Drifter didn't suddenly sprout plasma cannons. Its transformation was far more terrifyingly practical. External cargo clamps, designed to latch onto asteroids or orbital platforms, retracted and reconfigured. They weren't just clamps, they were kinetic impactors, capable of transferring immense force. The ship's powerful maneuvering thrusters, built for precise docking in chaotic environments, weren't just for slow adjustments. They were for impossible dodges, for spinning the massive hull like a top, presenting reinforced sections where the Cathar expected vulnerable cargo bays. The Cathar fired. Standard energy bursts. The Drifter's shields, surprisingly robust for a hauler, flared, but held. Then the Drifter moved. Not away, but towards the Void Ripper, accelerating with unnerving speed. One of the raiders tried to flank. A section of the Drifter's hull, near what looked like a loading ramp, opened. Not revealing a weapon, but a high-speed magnetic mass driver, designed for launching cargo pods into gravity wells. It fired. Not a laser, but a dense metallic slug, accelerated to near-orbital velocity. The slug wasn't designed to penetrate warship armor. It was designed to impact with colossal force. It hit the flanking raider's shield generator housing. The shield buckled, overloaded, and collapsed in a shower of sparks. The raider, designed for speed and offense, not taking hits, reeled. The Drifter was already on the move again, its main engines flaring, performing a maneuver that no ship its size should be capable of. It spun, bringing its reinforced stern towards the Void Ripper, which was still trying to make sense of the magnetic projectile. From the Drifter's stern, where emergency atmospheric processors were usually vented, burst a torrent of supercooled, inert gas, mixed with fine, abrasive dust. Not a weapon in itself, but aimed directly at the Void Ripper's forward sensor array and weapon ports. The Cathar ship was momentarily blinded, its targeting systems choked with ice and dust. That's when the Drifter used its cargo clamps. Extending with brutal speed, they slammed into the Void Ripper's hull, not to grapple, but to impact. Repeatedly, like a cosmic battering ram. The Cathar commander shrieked orders, trying to disengage, to understand what was happening. This wasn't combat, it was industrial demolition applied to a warship. The Drifter wasn't fighting like a ship, it was fighting like a construction accident. The third raider, seeing the fate of its companions, broke formation. It turned to flee, accelerating hard into the void. It didn't get far. The Drifter's forward section, near the bridge, housed the primary cargo tractor beam emitters, designed to manipulate multi-ton containers with pinpoint accuracy. They weren't weapons, but they could generate immense focused energy fields. The emitters flared, locking onto the fleeing raider. Not to pull it in, but to disrupt its engines, to twist its frame with irresistible, invisible force. The raider's drive sputtered, its hull groaning under the strain. Then, the drifter fired its magnetic mass driver again. This time, the slug hit an already stressed hull section. The fleeing raider didn't explode. It simply came apart, ripped open by the combination of the tractor beam's stress and the kinetic impact. Debris scattered across the blackness. The Void Ripper, battered and blinded, managed to limp away, its commander's voice a mix of terror and disbelief over the open channel. It's not a freighter. It's a weaponized warehouse. The story spread. Whispers turned into warnings. Human freighters weren't just cargo ships. They were potential traps. They were built with redundancy, with multi-purpose tools, with the sheer, terrifying ingenuity of a species that adapted everything. Pirates started avoiding human trade lanes. A hauler on your scope wasn't a meal. It was a gamble. Was it just carrying minerals? Or was it carrying a payload of pain, delivered by a ship that fought like a junkyard dog with a PhD in engineering? The Stardust Drifter returned to port, its hull scratched, its cargo clamps dented. It offloaded its minerals, took on new cargo, and prepared for its next run. Just another human freighter. But the galaxy knew better now. They knew that when humanity shipped freight, they also shipped fright. And the most dangerous ship in the void might just be the one that looks the most harmless.